We saw a bit of that is a
I hope
good
Apex
picture.
isn't watching.
I do remember that one. Well, we're already into it here. flusha looking for an opening, and he gets one, but Xizt will bring him down back to his normal name as well. It's disappointing. I've got to get one more DMX reference in here, though. But olofmeister going to drop the bomb, and friberg with it. Look at that. Clean work with the USPS. No panic there, but he goes down to Forest anyway. And now it's back into a 3-on-3. Forest changing his name on the other hand, which is another player's superstition. They've got so much time here in NiP, and they've got a decent position. They've just got to worry about JW sneaking up behind.
Well, I told NiP downstairs during the break, think of this as a group stage match. Don't even acknowledge that this is a final. This is just you guys playing your game, having fun, goofing off. You know, don't get hung up on the fact that this is a grand final right now. Tournament is on the line, and they're actually trying to go for a run boost across. That is crazy stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Xizt, you're not supposed to put down your homies, bro.
What are you doing? That's definitely not failed run boost into a team kill, into a flank by JW.
What the hell is that?
He still gets the kill, but he goes down. I guess that kind of makes up for it a bit now. It's a one-on-one between KRIMZ and GetRight. And 25 seconds left here. GetRight gonna be able to make the cross. KRIMZ not quite sure what's going on here. Seems to have maybe just slightly zoned out inside the CT spawn. And GetRight's probably going to get the bomb plant here, because this does have a grenade, but there's the body armor on GetRight, so it won't kill him at least. Do a little bit of damage there, jumping once. Xizt on the other side, or sorry, KRIMZ on the other side. Got to be really careful here. GetRight, close range with a Glock, and there's the burst shot to take down KRIMZ. And NiP going to win the first round like that.
Solid, super solid. What was this flank from JW, though? Yeah, look at this. What was that?
I don't know.
How does he not get that kill? All right, well, bit of a mystery there. Lots of weird things happening in that pistol, along with Xizt killing Forest. I guess you got a little frustrated with him for messing up the boost. You know, it could have been cool. He was like, Forest, this is how we get onto Reddit, and for a good reason this time. And well, you know, unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Now, Xizt, you're gonna get on there for murdering your teammate. Well done.
All PR is good PR, right? Well, Forest is going to be taking down Dennis. That was a good kill to start off with, and Fnatic, they did steal away the second round on Train. This is a good time for NiP to make sure that doesn't happen. They got to hold on to this round. They got to at least get the first 3 here to get a little bit of a boost and a momentum going for themselves. But Fnatic, I mean, the one scout in play, it's in the middle still, but if NiP, and this is always my fear, if you play these rounds so slowly against the scout, you could end up in a situation where by the time you push, all of your team is on half health.
Yeah, exactly. You get whittled down. There's exactly, as we're saying, if Forest gets dropped down to 13. And that's just so scary. Once you know where that scout is, you have to work around it.
flusha, he heard that.
Yeah, he was pushed up close on Cat. So he hears the movement coming out along. He hears many steps, and already the rotation coming off of that B side. They're going to be ready for this Fnatic. They're going to be ready to pounce straight onto the A side as soon as NiP start to cross. And there you go. Once again, another person getting tagged. Olaf will get caught by GetRight, but there it is, flusha. He removes friberg, and that's because friberg was so low from that scout.
Forest here, another low player. That's olofmeister helping out with 2 kills from the scout. And they're at least going to pick up an AK, and it seems like they want to try and make a run for it with that AK. I mean, KRIMZ AK armor, the rest have Xizt and armor. If they can save everything here, they're going to be a threat to NiP next round anyway, so I think that's a good call for Fnatic here. NiP obviously going to win the round, but not without a struggle, it seems.
Yeah, interesting choice here from Fnatic. They decided to just back off when they actually had NiP under pretty severe pressure. GetRight up close, not going to find the shot onto JW, who has recovered that scout, and he's going to back off. GetRight gets headshot. Xizt will find JW out in mid, who decided to go for the peek into CT. Well, that's JW for you. He always wants to get a little bit more, and this time he gets punished. And they do find a way out of that situation in NiP, because they had lost control of Cat, they've lost control of Long with that very quick push coming in from Fnatic. And so you can see NiP, they were just struggling to try and find a place to commit. And they elected to go for Cat. That's why GetRight pushes up there, just so that they can have a place to plant the bomb. Because if you don't have control of either one, you have to go for a really weak plant, and that's not what NiP wanted. They wanted to be able to defend that site. So
at the end of the day, NiP actually come out with 3 rifles there. I thought they'd definitely lose a bit more. Maybe especially with GetRight running through the bomb site when the bomb is planted. Looked like it could have gone horribly wrong. AK on KRIMZ, and we'll see if that's going to make a difference somehow here. It's currently stuck over at that B bomb site, and NiP are outside at least, so maybe if they push and KRIMZ is in a good position, that could work out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad place to put it either, just because if NiP are thinking this is going to be a hard eco, they might just try and bowl their way onto a site, show no respect, go for a typical NiP play. NiP are one of those teams that do like to go for the bully tactics when they know that their opponents are just on pistols. Low risk for them because it's just USPs, maybe a P250, and you try and demoralize your opponents by just beating up on them. So KRIMZ, he was hoping that perhaps NiP would just go for the B site. That's not the case. Instead, NiP walked their way up. Cat and allu's there to take out flusha with a nice headshot.
Yeah, flusha gonna be gone quick. And Get Right lurking in the middle here. It looks like olofmeister is sort of aware that it might be a possibility. Is he actually going to commit to checking it? He's making some noise, so Get Right definitely knows, but he's also covering the middle, so it's a really strong position. Has a good overview of what's going on here, and Get Right, easy click there. olofmeister next, he knew he was there from before, and sprays to the door. Not quite going to get the kill. Dennis actually picking up one, and KRIMZ with a shot before he's gone as well. Dennis will last of all. Double kill for allu and NiP. They get the first 3 rounds, not without casualties, not without a fight, but it's at least some sort of foundation to build on.
Yeah, it's something. It's more than they had with Trade, we'll put it that way. When basically they just got pounded into the ground by Fnatic. But now this is when the real fight begins. JW, I'm looking at JW, but Olof might still go for the AWP if they actually had the money for it, but they don't. It's just straight rifles and very few nades to work with here. So let's see how they decide to challenge. There's the deep flash coming in, Fnatic, and they just both pounce at the same time. And so good communication there. Nice setup from Olof for his teammates.
Bit of a shame for Forrest, who got the spawn close to long, but couldn't obviously pick up that kill. He even dodged the flashbang they put out, which is kind of cool. You know, he knows that if he just sits there forever, then he's just going to get pop flashed in. And maybe he gets the timing right, maybe he doesn't. So, you know, instead he actually dodges it, which is pretty impressive. Olof just falling off the box as they do actually push through middle. He sees it coming with friberg jumping down, which is something that friberg's been known to do, so maybe just a little bit too predictable here, but Olof is going to go down. Xizt with a nice shot. KRIMZ going to fall his way. Xizt with a great double opening, and flusha dies on Catwalk, so allu opening up here all over the place. It's now going to be Dennis and JW left, and as long as NiP stick together, they've got time for it as well. They should be going out all right here. JW somehow pushes on after Xizt dies, and now Dennis is alone 1-on-2.
Super surprising to see him do that, and Dennis is actually going to jump right in. Luckily for him, the man had an AWP, and he will be able to spray him down. Tough shot for JW to hit there, or Forrest rather, and just doesn't work in the end. Don't know why I said JW. I'm thinking op. I still want to see JW go for the op. It's just locked into my head. But we're into a 1v1 now, and Dennis real close to the doors. He spots Get Right, decides to just go into it, but a great pre-fire there from Get Right. Just holds down mouse 1, predicts Dennis' play, and Dennis just walks into a hail of bullets.
Wow. What a strange round this was. I mean, all of this is just fine. They spot out one guy, but then this whole situation where Dennis actually, he doesn't just like end up, he just stomps in there. And Forrest should have heard him and been ready. And then out of it's all just very odd. The last sort of 2-on-2 was very strange. Get Right gonna see if he can get a flash in there. They know that they do not have any equipment on the Fnatic side, so feels safe for him to try and take a bit of a fight down here. And with the help of Xizt, they're going to open up all of it here. So Fnatic getting rocked in this round. It's a good start for NiP at least.
Where's the shot? There it is. friberg. He's just holding down mid. No real threat here for NiP. flusha trying to go for the shoulder peaks. Good, well, I mean, good attempt from him, but this is going according to plan for NiP. 4 players survived the round. Not too shabby considering. There was a little bit of an investment put in there by Fnatic in the end. Now is going to be the big round here. Fnatic, after a hard eco like that, they should have all the money to get the AWPs. They should have all the money for the nades. And so now I'm really curious to see who's going to be going for it. Will it be JW or will it be Olof? And it's going to be Olof. It's going to be the double op. Wow, okay, so they're just going for the big guns right off the bat, Fnatic. They don't want to waste any time. They're going straight for the double AWP, and this is a core tactic because of this reason, right? You can get the pick at long, yes, but then you still have the AWP to pressure on the other side of the map, in mid if you want, or towards that B site. If you can have a strong double op setup on CT side dust2, it can be so difficult for the terrorists to crack it. Wherever they go, they could get picked off.
And NiP also had the double up setup, so a little bit interesting. 4 ops in play in one round here. Dennis be winning the fight against Get Right, and right now NiP need Fnatic to make a mistake. They need the CT side here to come and push or be in some open positions where they can maybe take a fight. But if Fnatic give them no fights here, then it's going to get really tough. They've got a couple of Molotovs, so maybe they could zone somebody out of position, but it definitely won't be easy here. olofmeister initially a target. But again, he doesn't have to fight. He doesn't have to commit to it. He could just sort of stick around and see if they do anything.
Yeah, that's a very valuable flash that's been used now as well. You need to have your flashes. You need to have your smokes when you know that there's ops in play. flusha gets team flashed, so unfortunate timing there for him. But he will be able to try and set this up. There's the peek again. KRIMZ gets team flashed. What's going on, guys? Tighten up that communication. Clean it up, because you can't risk just giving away frags to NiP. olofmeister will find friberg in the end, however, and NiP are getting dropped down to 2 players in a versus 5, and they are going to try to get back up onto this A site. But again, Olof sitting on a slope. They don't have any more flashes to get rid of him either. So it's going to have to come down to the flicks. It's going to have to come down to the baits. And olofmeister is just a monster. Quad kill for him at the end of the round. That last one, so fast.
And that's the sort of round that's the sort of style we expect out of olofmeister, I think. So not a good sign for NiP if he's sort of feeling dialed in like that. Double up setup, they don't lose anybody. So it's a big investment economically, and they get to save every single penny. So we'll see if it's going to be working out. NiP, they've won 5 rounds in a row. They can still buy, and they go for another double up here.
Wow.
They're not backing down.
Well, okay then. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. You're just going to establish control, and you're also going to try and rattle Fnatic by using this kind of strategy. Just beat them up. Let's see, NiP, you got to get it done now. A little bit of wall bang, not too effective, and Forest just waiting to see if anybody's going to try and push. Very deep smoke coming in, however, from Fnatic. So that'll at least tell Olof that there was, or rather, it will tell Forest that there was somebody on plateau on B site. So just a smidgen of information gained there for him. But apart from that, let's see.
Down to 55 seconds at the moment, and NiP that look like they want to try and go out in the middle. They got the smokes up going into CT spawn, which is the standard way of opening up. flusha, though, trying to see if he can dart through a little bit. KRIMZ going to get the one headshot there, going for a second one. Not going to get it. Get right going down. Forest in the middle and gets the shot at the edge of the smoke. They still don't have the bomb site, and they do need that JWs here. And you want to see him up. You're going to get your chance. He doesn't even let allu touch the ground. Just his dead corpse instead, and it's going to be Forest going down next in line. JW with a triple kill. And after that kind of slaying, Semler, the only question is, do we bury them or burn them? Any suggestions?
Come on, you have to ask me that. We'll put them in a room first, right?
All right, all right. That's it. That's the last DMX reference going to be in here. Since he changed his name, I had to do it.
No, dude. It's all good. But like, so scary. This is what you fear when you know a double op is in play on CT side. If both oppers are feeling good, are hitting their shots, no matter where you go, you just get slaughtered. If you don't have the nades to get it done, either the flashes or the smokes, you have to bring utility in when you're dealing with an op like this and with ops like this. And it's just right now NiP, they're getting shut. They're just getting rattled a little bit. But it's going to be a pistol round here. Just ecos, couple of flashes, couple smokes, and it just looks like it's going to be a straight up YOLO push onto the A side. If they get a lucky headshot with the Tech 9s, that's what they're looking for here. If they can catch out olofmeister, but then this is where, well, it's not even Dennis. Instead, it's flusha playing Dennis' spot over in Goose. Dennis finds the first headshot. That's on Get Right at long, but this is what they're talking about. Just rush into the man and see what you can do. Dennis is here to support the players, but up close on the site, Fnatic just get overwhelmed.
Well, I mean, in spite of that, you are partially right here. Just rushing in with pistols is giving them a better round than most of their rifle rounds have been lately. They're at least on the site. They're getting a lot of kills here. friberg spraying and almost connecting as well. Aim punch is going to ruin it for him, and KRIMZ will take him down. But look at this. I mean, bomb plant and 3 kills. And this goes back to a little bit of what Henry was talking about when we sort of did the pre-show, right? He said, maybe on Train NiP, we're just overthinking things, making it too complicated for themselves. That's never been their strength, has it? So maybe this kind of style, set up a couple of pop flashes, go. Yeah. I much prefer that.
It's the other way to deal with ops. Just give them so many targets. They have one shot. They take one of you, okay. But if you guys, I mean, if he's facing 3 pistols, P250s, Tech 9s, you do good damage, even versus armor. So, I mean, that's the whole idea behind it. He has one shot to take one of you, but then the rest of you should be able to overwhelm that opper very quickly. And I think the timing on the flash was perfect as well to neutralize flusha. JW up close, well, just a sick flick up onto allu. And then his teammate Olof is there as well.
Yeah, that was a very, very good flick, wasn't it?
And you had 2 ops. This push by Dennis is going to completely wreck things for NiP, but you had 2 ops in mid for Fnatic. They were really wanting to just like annihilate NiP if they spotted them there.
Yeah, it might be one of those things where they feel like they've seen it before, that the response is going to be allu or ping, but friberg and Forest have actually brought NiP back into this round. Now, it is a 3-on-3, but hiding around the corner is Xizt, and olofmeister is on the stairwell with an AWP, means he's going to have one chance if it comes to a fight. If he misses a shot, he's going to go down. He takes friberg, tries to run back, pop flash in. Xizt, he hasn't got the kill. Oh, olofmeister, he takes down Xizt. What a shot. He should have been dead already, and Forest is going to go down in the middle. That was a critical engagement there. I mean, if Olof goes down, then at least it ends in a 1v1, but what a situation.
They at least had the money as well. I mean, well, this right here, boom. That's a thing of beauty. And they were double peeking as well. So that's just heartbreaking for the man at NiP. I mean, but I think that was allu who got picked.
Yeah.
But they double peeked, one sitting far back and one crouching in the doors. So even if it went 1-for-1, I mean, Fnatic, they really wanted to catch that man out. But what's even more painful for NiP is just that Fnatic just keeps saving both ops. Even if they kill off Olaf or they kill off JW, every single round now, Fnatic, they're just going to keep having 2 ops. Even if they have the money to rebuy it, it's not a problem. It's going to make Fnatic this bigger beast for NiP to take down. Oh, body block it? I thought perhaps for a second flusha was going to try to body block it. Instead, he's going to die.
Well, not the best alternative. Forest opening up, but this is a round where NiP don't have a lot. JW in this bomb side, he is going to have to go epic to try and save this round for Fnatic here. They do come barreling through. They almost line up. Dennis helping out as well. JW hits a shot. Finally going to go down, and it's Xizt in a one-on-one. He drops to olofmeister. What a save from JW. He should have been dead much sooner than that. Ends up with a double kill, and stops NiP from making it in. That's going to equalize the scoreline. And they're going to be back at 5-5 here. Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. Can't really say much else. Just wow. What is flusha doing going for an MP9?
What's KRIMZ doing going for an AUG? So many questions, Semler.
So few answers. Forrest, though, he'll make it all right. You don't need answers when you're dead. Good night, flusha. Dennis, not a very effective flash, but Forrest was already so low from the initial fight. Easy clean up there. friberg will catch JW out in the open. Misses that shot, but then olofmeister, this is again the 2 ops, and Olaf is just shutting them down. Get right will find Dennis, but Olaf is still here. His 3rd kill. And are you going to keep peeking him? Xizt has no choice. He has no nades. He has nothing to make this any easier for himself.
Maybe if he could jump down against KRIMZ. I mean, the spray on that AUG is a little bit tricky to master. Going to check the corner as well, but the AUG comes out on top. KRIMZ getting the kill. Nice round from Olaf here with the triple, obviously. And that's going to be Fnatic now taking the round lead here for the first time on dust2. So pretty good job on their part here. 6 rounds on the road to make it back.
Boom. Yeah, this is frightening. 15, 3, and 6 for Olaf. Dennis trailing with 10. And yeah, flusha just doesn't even need to do work when his teammates are just taking control. Quasi-buy coming out from NiP now. They're going to want to have enough money for a big buy in the next round, so they're just giving themselves a little bit more, better firepower, some utility here in this round. And it does look like they want to try and aim for that cat push again. It nearly worked last time, so I can't see why they wouldn't go for it again here in a similar situation. So smart play here from NiP. Fresh smoke goes down, though, for Fnatic, so that might buy a little bit of time. And a nice little dunk nade into it as well. Forest and Xizt, friberg, everybody catching shrapnel. And
it's worse this time for NiP because there's actually already 3 people. Well, they do go long. That's a little bit of a problem. They got to get back up here and help olofmeister out. He's going to go down. Traded quickly, and Fnatic are spread a bit thin over at the A bomb site right now. So bomb is definitely going to be planted on catwalk here, or towards the catwalk, and we'll see if they can hold on. Out of grenades, there was NiP. Get right, burning alive, but taking one with him in the forest alone.
I'm surprised to see Dennis try and move in here so quickly. This will be a successful retake, no problem at all here for Fnatic. They had just too many bodies to throw into the fray at that point. And I'm surprised to see Dennis abandon his mate over at long. I thought for a second there, at least invest a few more seconds to just control that part and make sure you catch out the lurker.
Yeah.
But I guess with a quick rotation in from his teammates, he just wanted to go for the swarm tactic instead. There was still a barbecue down there to get rid of get right in any case, right? No Swede can resist a barbecue.
What do you barbecue in Sweden, Semler?
Good point. Crayfish?
Crayfish, moose.
It's more of a crayfish party.
Can't really barbecue meatballs, can you?
No.
Or can you?
I guess you can. You do have like grill. They're all about grills and you go. Yeah, the grill sausages. That's what you barbecue here in Sweden, man. You get the grill sausages. That's
say grills, and now 100 million people in Twitch chat are going to go nuts.
Grill.
Okay, we've got olofmeister and Dennis here. Aggressive push onto catwalk. So this is also Fnatic's way of saying, look, NiP, you're going to be trying to figure out how to win this next round. Well, we're going to change up our strat so much that it might be a little bit tricky here, but Xizt with a stellar opening, taking down JW and KRIMZ, and now he's going to check that B bomb site. Fnatic just running here for the rotation, but NiP aren't even going to commit to it here. This is And this is a huge way to open a round. I mean, there was a push into upper for Fnatic, a push into Catwalk as well, and they do get the refrag here, but this should be NiP's round.
Oh boy. Do NiP actually do this? No. Not with 2 ops either. This is looking like they want to split onto B, Anders. Are they going to wait for somebody to push to get info? That is what they're set up to do right now. friberg just holding that angle. Allu's going to be here with the pick, and there it is. Dennis, he did peek in the end. Are they going to expect the second man? Yes, they will. friberg is ready. He removes flusha. It's all going to come down to Olaf. Doesn't spot the first man going across, but he will spot the second. Not going to be good enough, though. With an AWP, no way is he retaking that site 1v4. So finally, NiP managed to break the streak. Fnatic, a wall of blue there you guys can see on the defense, just dominating. Finally, NiP, something goes NiP's way. 7
rounds in a row, but in spite of that, you know, you win 7 rounds in a row and you don't have any money. If we bring up the scoreboard, I wonder how many they've had left to survive. 3 in that round, 2 in that round, 1 and 2. So you can tell, I mean, as soon as you're down to 1 or 2 people, your economy is going to be going sort of in the wrong direction, as it were. So yeah, that's a good job on NiP's part. That explains a lot about exactly how they've been able to sort of keep the CT side economy so low here. We'll see if it's gonna continue in that way. That means if NiP, they've got a chance to finish this game, or this half at least, 8-7 in their own favor if they just continue to pile it on here.
Now, that can be the frustrating thing on dust2 as well, because you want to take risks on CT side, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it just fails miserably, and sometimes you manage to actually have both AWPs waiting in mid to greet olofmeister.
Yeah.
flusha recovers it, though, so it's not the end of the world. flusha's still a competent op or can do some damage. JW, though, pushed all the way up the top mid with the UMP, and he's still taking fights, and he even wins one! How is he allowed to take out allu?
I have no idea. It's good that gets a double kill in return there. flusha and KRIMZ are going to be left here. They've picked up the AWP, and they might want to try and see if they could just save it unless they get some very fortunate kills here. In the middle, it's such a nice... well, it's great from an NiP's point of view. It's very frustrating for Olaf's point of view, because he heard the first ult going off, and he thinks, right, now is my chance to sort of regain the positional advantage. And then there's a second ult waiting. So, yeah, tricked by the double ult, essentially.
Oh, and then they're probably going to try and save these guns. No reason here for Fnatic to try and rotate out. flusha's going to get into position to hold off the A site, but NiP are nowhere near it. They're rotating 3 players onto the B site with that bomb. So flusha decides to challenge, but a smoke has already been put up, and now it all just comes down to timing or hoping that somebody's going to be suicidal on NiP's side. Try and push out there to challenge him. Absolutely no reason for NiP to do that, though. And so, yeah, this should be a pretty clean-cut situation from here on out. Who is the man lurking? friberg is lurking behind. NiP could afford to throw away an AK, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him try and get a little bit of a push in there just to see if he can mess with Fnatic a little bit more going into the 15th round.
Especially friberg, he's got 4,000, right? He's also got the only flashbang. That's a bit of a shame. It would be great if they could have had someone else sort of pop the flash in for friberg and then run into long. So we'll see what's going to happen here. But friberg at least knows where KRIMZ is now. And you are right, though. There's the flashbang. KRIMZ down in pit, and friberg chasing that kill. Is he going to be able to get it? Lands the headshot. flusha goes down. Both rifles stolen away. That's a really great way to end the round. Nice job on NiP's side. And that's going to be bringing it back here. So, yeah, 8-7, definitely a possibility.
Perfect turn of events. Now it's just Fnatic forcing up with whatever they can get. Another UMP on JW. He did get a kill in the last round after all. Yeah, they're very limited here, Fnatic, and what they actually have to work with. NiP, full buy, double AWP again, all the mollies. And this time, JW, your antics, they got bored of them a while ago. Allu not having any fun here, shuts him down. flusha, though, oh, that's a shame, friberg. I like the thought. Points for the thought of the dunk nade there, but it just didn't work out.
KRIMZ has dropped a little bit low here. olofmeister spraying at the top of the smoke to take down Get Right. The rest of NiP trying to see if they can push up here. They need to kill Olof. They need to do it fast, otherwise backup is going to be coming in from the middle. KRIMZ is low, but he might be seeing if he can make the rotate happen. Forrest picking up a good shot there with the AWP. And friberg, he should be able to win this fight relatively easily. So it might be all on flusha in this round for a potential 1-on-3 here. Imagine KRIMZ is going to be going down very quickly. flusha next in line, and friberg clicks him away. That's a nice finish. 8-7 half in favor of NiP. I do think that's a pretty good first half here, but I think Fnatic, 7 rounds, they can definitely work with that. I think nobody really came out sort of heavily on top in this first half.
No, if anything, I would say that Fnatic did. because you still, I mean, you can get a lockdown going when you're on your CT side of Dust2, but it's much more common these days to see like a 9-6 finish for T side. So having that extra round to work with Fnatic, if they win the pistol, they can start, I mean, they'll already tie up the situation, and then they can just push past that. So the pressure is not alleviated in any way, shape, or form here on NiP's shoulders. They have to just lock down this pistol, get set up. Yep. Grill, grill, grill. Shout outs to the men, shout outs to the chat. But, so, you know, what's really cool is that somebody's actually, like breaking down the chat, like so how many times a word gets used and all that sort of stuff. Really cool. Keep it up. I forget his name. It's up on the Reddit right now, guys, if you want to check it out. Too. But that's really sick. So, you know, we'll have like a small, like, you know, 0.5%, you know, grill, 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 and it's all good.
Yeah, it depends on what's going on, you know. Yeah, it's nice. I like it, though. Sort of like linguistic analysis of Twitch chat.
I mean, there is a beast. Yeah, exactly, right? Or of
I imagine if anybody
of the community, right? Of the Twitch or esports kind of like community as a whole.
I imagine whatever linguist gets tasked with that is probably going to end up committing suicide.
Just go to the fighting games community. Yeah, you'll get along great. What I want to see is Forest with that AWP as fast as possible. Allu, yes, but Forest as well. I really want to see him pick up the AWP here on Dust2. So NiP need to win this pistol.
Xizt, he goes down to olofmeister. Allu trying to stay alive here, falls back with the P2000 in hand. He needs another headshot or at least to stay alive here. Forest in the middle, clicking away that USP. This is one of his areas of expertise, and right now he's not hitting the shot, not at all. He finally gets one click in there right at the end. Allu lands a third headshot and takes down flusha, and now JW is alone in a 1-on-3. The bomb is in the middle, and all of NiP have shown up to try and defend it, and JW, I mean, this would be a miracle performance if he could come out alive. He goes into the middle, and friberg, well, he ends up dropping him. So NiP will win a very important pistol round for themselves here. They did it in the first half. They did it on the second half. And on the first half, they didn't drop either of the two following rounds. They could do the same here. No bomb plants for Fnatic either, you got to realize. So this could get really interesting. If they could bounce up to a good 11 rounds here, I mean, there's a real chance for them.
And but then Allu goes for the straight M4. He doesn't prioritize the AWP. And I suppose he can drop it if you just lock down the next 2 rounds, sure. But he is spending a lot here, so he needs to not die. He needs to hold on to this gun. Dennis straight up rush onto the B side. 2 players here. They haven't committed the bomb yet either, Fnatic, but they're certainly going to try and bring it quick. Get right with that P90. Will take out Dennis. And then, yeah, this basically ruins it. They aren't able to get that foothold established. NiP rotate 3 players, or they have 3 players total over on that B site. So Fnatic, what they're trying to do is they're trying to jump on that. They're taking advantage of the fact that NiP are out of position right now to get up onto this A site.
And Allu is playing this one very well. I mean, oh, what? olofmeister on the hunt.
You're
what
like a
was
race
that?
car with the scout, man. You're just so fast.
I'll get back to crediting Allu in just a bit. We'll see if Fnatic can actually bring it back in this round. Xizt is going to get the double kill here, and JW, he will be alone, and he ends up dropping to friberg. So that was very scary. But what you can tell is that Allu understands the principle that it's great if he gets a bunch of kills, but the most important thing is staying alive. That's why he's playing it so passively. That shot from olofmeister is like one in a 1,000 probably to be able to do this. 9 times out of 10, you know, Allu just falls back, and then they wait for everybody to show up, then they retake the bomb site, which is smarter.
Yeah, that is the smart thing, because you can see Allu is over. He's getting over there to just control long.
Yeah.
In case there's somebody waiting over there, there's some part of a flank coming in from Fnatic. They need to give themselves some way to pincer, right? So you wait for the rotation to come out from your mates. You control long because you've lost Cat. Just that olofmeister, too good. He's the beast. Just hunts you down. Well, that's going to frustrate Fnatic, no doubt about it. They were close, but no cigar. Now it's just going to be pistols across the board. 3 deags, though, so there's still a little bit of a threat here that NiP have to worry about. Always got to worry when olofmeister's on the server in any case, but let's see. Dennis, he's going to be looking for that headshot. Allu waiting around the angle. He spots him and decides not to face. Instead, once again, falls back here with friberg to collapse the defense on this A site.
Yep, they've got CT covered by Xizt as well, so they're going to allow Olof to be up there. Even if it means a bomb plant here for Fnatic, I mean, they don't care about that. They know they can just get back here and retake it anyway. Get right, spotting out one. JW, don't think he's going to be able to survive this one. And that's an important kill. Now, obviously, the bomb's gone down here. Rotation is coming in. But again, they control CT spawn. They control long. They've got all the grenades. But what a devastating headshot. Dennis hitting one as well. Dennis with the second headshot on Xizt. Just what is happening? And oh no, Dennis wrecks Forest as well. And it's going to be on Get Right here. What could he possibly do at this point in time? Fnatic absolutely destroying NiP in this round. What a way to come back into the game.
It's the return of the Deco, baby. Dennis gets the quad.
Please. Somebody stop this man.
What is that? So happy, too. Just a genuine happiness. And well, yeah, NiP. Now NiP have a bit of a tough decision to make.
Yeah, and it's really frustrating, I feel like, because we are highlighting how NiP are essentially playing it correctly. You just can't really account for that many deagle headshots.
Yeah, or I guess just running in one at a time is what happened with NiP. If he's able to just sit there and pop off shots. That's a little bit of a surprise there for olofmeister, though. I'm pretty sure he wasn't expecting to find an AWP waiting for him on that B site. So there's NiP, you know, just bopping Fnatic right back.
And maybe especially not with on Xizt either. And look at this timing here. Get right. They actually do line up for him. He's looking for the kill. He's going to get it. Can he fall back to safety? Grenade is going to chase him down, but Xizt is there with the kill on Dennis anyway. And this is great trading going on right now for NiP. 2 versus 4. And now NiP need to think about refrag situations. They need to set themselves up so that whatever happens, if somebody dies, they can always get the return frag, and then they should be good to go.
Yeah, for a second there, they were really spread out, trying to get the map info, basically, see if they could spot somebody from Fnatic. But then they do decide to collapse back together onto that B site. A site is a little bit more spread out, but yeah, Forrest wants to get that gun off of Get Right's corpse. That's the correct play. Now you've got some firepower on NiP. He still decides to go out and challenge on B slope, though. A little scary. Instead, it is going to be the fight here over on A. And this is where allu is chilling out with his FAMAS. He doesn't have the AWP, unfortunately, for him.
They have no grenades to root him out. So even without the armor here, because he's just doing this little duck trick where all he wants is the information. As soon as they see them with 19 seconds, they know it can't be a fake. They know it has to be A. And they've realized it now. Allu playing it safely, going for a bit of a peek there. And he's going to win the first battle as well. KRIMZ alone, and he's definitely going to be gone as well. Allu playing this one very smartly for the double kill. And NiP barely going to win it. And at this rate, with a big round like this one, the sort of chance AWP buy into a force is a huge risk to take from NiP's point of view. It works out. It could be a third map, because Fnatic's economy is not going to be great.
No bomb plant either, but, I mean, Fnatic aren't about to give this up either. And they're like, oh, you want a challenge? Oh, this is the kind of fight you want? Right. olofmeister goes for his AWP this time, but he doesn't get a target in mid. Instead, it's actually NiP smoking up cross, standard play so far. And then putting 3 guys at long early on. They were expecting some kind of early Tech 9 play, perhaps, or something along those lines. Fnatic looking to just rush out there and get control of that part of the map. So, as far as the gamble is concerned, neither team really finding anything early on. But then NiP just spread back out. They have all the firepower, they have all the nades, everything that they need, so they can go for default here. They don't need to take any risks.
Decent grenade being put out on Dennis, in fact, and also KRIMZ getting a couple of splinters there as well. So much time still here for the Fnatic team, but the thing that they don't have because of this sort of little bit of an aggressive buy is grenades. So now they really need some good kills to enter on, and Xizt is going to be shutting down Dennis. They've got 1 Molotov, 1 smoke left. They need to use one of them in the middle here, otherwise walking out is going to be very dangerous. And Fnatic, right now, I think they just want somebody to peek them.
Get Right's currently the man, but that smoke going down from Olaf should be enough of a signal here. Get Right, he's just holding. Yeah, he stopped going for the peaks. He doesn't want to run into a random headshot. Instead, he's going to be patiently waiting and just gets the timing completely wrong. Unfortunately for him, it doesn't work. And Forrest misses the no-scope, only to get no-scoped by Olaf.
Wow.
What was that?
That was like the AWP jackhammer. He just stood on him and just completely drilled him into the ground. Now, Olaf covering the entry. Has nothing NiP can do in a round like this. That was very odd. I mean, you're right. Get Right missing the timing, and then Forrest missing the no-scope, and that was all it took.
Yeah,
that's such a disappointing way to turn it around, because NiP actually had a lot of control there. Oh man, one of the I guess tiny details we can discuss in a second here once we see if flusha is going to be picking up a kill, and it looks like he's going to go down to friberg instead. Try to pick up the can, and it looks like he's going to survive. So. Yeah, a lot of the time when you do the sort of the mid push like that, is you throw the smoke from the terrace out of the middle, it goes over the wall, over the door in the middle, and then it lands in CT spawn. That kind of a push, generally speaking, will give a lot of time for the CT side to hear what's going on. Whereas Olaf was in the middle, he puts it up, and then they run B, which means if anyone is there, they're going to hear, oh, that's the CT spawn smoke. Oh, they're at B already, right? So there's very little timing. That might have also been one of the reasons why maybe Get Right got the timing a bit wrong. But either way, it's now at 11-9, and allu going to open up on all of his flushes also gone down. This is definitely a big start here for the NiP team, and this is not done. You can tell Fnatic, they don't just give up easily here. They're going to fight. Yeah,
this is where that anti-rush setup that NiP have been using over at Long really comes in handy. They get the Molotov in there, forces Fnatic to commit to that push. They can't back up. They have to go forward. And so long as your man who's there with you on Long can get that kill, you can get control of that situation. And then, of course, allu getting the pick on olofmeister's icing on the cake. So NiP, everything goes according to plan, and then once again, they fall right back into it. 3 spread out across Long over on this A side, just peeking around, trying to get some info. And now JW, oh, are they going to go for the old trick boost? This could work. He could get boosted up, but instead, no, it's the double of them. And JW just jumps down into CT. Dennis hits the shot onto Forrest, but Xizt is here to hold off JW at least.
2-on-4 again with about 35 seconds left. It shouldn't be a winnable round for Fnatic here. NiP would have to make some pretty big mistakes, and allu going to drop the bomb. KRIMZ, best he could do right now is a lot of damage. If he can get 2 or 3 kills, that would be huge, but he's going to go down to Xizt instead, and it's a nice round for NiP at 12-9. They are still fighting, still holding on to this game. They're just 4 rounds away from a 3rd map.
Yeah, this is incredible. Total comeback. And you really were expecting Fnatic to just trounce NiP here on this map, but NiP are putting up one hell of a fight. They just need to keep their cool now. They still have the AWP. They would love to get a double, and unfortunately, they can't just pick one up off of Fnatic this time. Fnatic will not have a sniper rifle to work with. 3 rifles, 2 pistols, just a handful of nades. A very bare bones buy coming in here from Fnatic. This is a bit of a Hail Mary play. You're really hoping to be able to catch NiP off guard here with this buy. NiP might be expecting some kind of quasi, so Fnatic again with the mind games.
They've got smokes and flashes, so I mean, they might be able to zone out allu on the bomb side. That would be a good start. They've also got to deal with Xizt here, and because they only have 2 smokes, that's not going to be easy to get both of them out of there. Xizt going to pick up the kill. allu not touched by the Molotov just yet, and he gets that shot on KRIMZ right at the edge as well. And now it's just going to get worse for Fnatic, isn't it? JW going down on Long, and Olof trapped by Gandalf. Almost no way out, except for death, Semler.
Yeah, there is the final way. That's it. Done. A perfect hold for NiP. They hold off Fnatic. The gambit fails for the other Swedish team. And that was a very straightforward approach. I mean, apart from that one shot from allu, like the flashes were very good to keep him ducking, to keep them up. It's just the men holding from Long that made all the difference there for NiP. The fact that Xizt, he's holding that line, yeah, made all the difference for NiP and basically kept allu alive. That constant pressure there. So now we have the bit of the quasi-buy coming out here. Just Tech 9's Kevlar. Couple of flash nades, couple of smokes to work with here for Fnatic, but NiP, they've got to be feeling it at this point that they have this map within their grasp. They can close it out. At least take this to map 3.
They're not wrong either. Forrest in the middle with an initial kill on Dennis. That's not such a bad start. Gotta be a bit careful here. The Tech 9s are still really lethal, especially if you get close range like this. The AW going to go down and return Get Right up here in the window, laying in a little bit of damage. He actually turns around just at the wrong moment. But, and he's going to end up going down as well. And look, this is not good. olofmeister drops, but flusha's now in a 1-on-2. Oh, the bomb is outside. If flusha could have just picked that up and put it down, it would have been a really good round for a Fnatic. I mean, it already is pretty good, but that bomb plant would have helped them out a lot.
Yeah, now this is just frustrating for flusha. Both players here overlapped. He's got the right idea. If he could hit that headshot, but they peaked together NiP at the end. He took a little bit too long, but he had the right idea. He did get the proper read. He just needed to land the shot. It wasn't possible. That's really Get Right actually saving the day. When Forrest goes down, if Get Right doesn't take a couple people with him, Fnatic are just going to power onto that site. The fact that he managed to stay alive long enough, that made all the difference. And so now, well, Fnatic, yeah, they just keep having to go for these mix. And wow, there we go. olofmeister starts it off strong, taking out olofmeister, and Xizt decides, Xizt decides to go in just straight up fight. So it wasn't a quasi-buy in the last round then from Fnatic, it was a force.
It was a force-up, and actually the bomb plant would have allowed them to at least buy all AK armor.
Right.
They would have had just enough to do it, so that's a bit of a scary situation here. Now friberg going to be picking up 2 good headshots at the end. Nobody dies at the NiP side, and I think you're even seeing a few smiles there on NiP. A little bit, a wintry smile creeping across someone's face.
If NiP are going to do this, they need to look like Fnatic do right now. They need to not believe. That's when they're a threat, Anders.
Not believe.
Remember Cluj? As soon as they thought that they actually had a chance at winning, boom, they get blown up. They need to just think that this is any random group match, and it's just not going to happen. And while Fnatic are just here sitting, well, now actually, how do we actually deal with these underdogs? Because they're wrecking us on our map. We're supposed to be really strong here on dust2, and yet we're struggling.
Well, KRIMZ is going down already. That was a big opening frag from allu again. He's been playing very well today and yesterday too. 20 kills on him, second on the scoreboard for NiP, and get right. Sneaking up, lurking behind. Olofmeister is here, though. Is the timing going to be right? Get right. Still walking forward, right into the crosshairs. Olofmeister somehow knowing exactly what's going on there. That was a very, very smart position.
And if Fnatic have figured out NiP's default hold so far, they should have a good idea. With Get Right down, they should have had a good idea as far as the setup is concerned. These very quick frags coming in here for NiP, however, is really going to mess things up for Fnatic. They had a real shot at just setting up a B split and heading into that. But NiP pushing all over the place, managed to actually come out ahead. And now allu, he's got the AWP over here at long. He's going to catch a man holding the bomb. olofmeister is gone now. And while Dennis doesn't have too much hope, he's got 30 seconds to either get 3 frags or just die. And that works too.
All right then, NiP actually coming out on top on dust2 against almost everybody's prediction here. They end up winning it 16-9, which is exactly the score that they got beat on Train as well, 16-9. That means we're going to go to Mirage, and we see KRIMZ here look a little bit frustrated.